a year with negative comps, and it's a year where earnings are down, and neither hugely, but both in both cases. But I actually feel like it's one of the best years. I think we got much farther, and you see it in some of the tangible measurements in terms of the amount of creativity we're using from folks inside the organization, the sort of the dream that people are involved in their work and it shows up. Made a lot of progress. And more people, I think, participated than ever. And you see it in things like you see it in the turnover rate having dropped to a level that you couldn't have imagined a few years ago, or the scores from our customers, the market shares kind of things being as high as they are, and in a very difficult climate to see our company hold up as well as it did is. I think you can only describe that based on the talents of our folks really showing through. But some of the terrific successes we've had in this past year, things like Best Buy Mobile. Well, at one point that was an intellectual construct of somebody else finding somebody else's talent, bringing it in, that the culture would receive it. All of that was an abstract idea. That was a pretty big stretch. It was a big stretch from what the organization had done. You'd have to find and create a partnership. You'd have to inspire that partner to join with you. You'd have to work across cultural lines. Lots of people would have to get creatively involved to do it. Then you'd have to move at an incredible pace and have the entire organization embrace it so that almost the entire company rolls it out in a given year. That's a big idea. And it started as an idea. But think of the different kinds of people that have to accept, in some cases, or bring their own creativity to it in an even more meaningful way in terms of making that transpire. And we do that stuff, and we sort of take it for granted. But what you see, and when you watch some of our competitors, is what happens when you can't do that. That's really been the joy of Best Buy, and there's a lot of tangible stuff that you see in how well we managed through a very difficult year, and particularly when you look at the horizon for the future, when you look at the countries where we have really brilliant initial efforts going in, and the sort of customer segments that we have got a point of view about coming out of that. There's been a lot of that kind of structural progress. I don't think we've ever had as many options as we have strategically looking at the horizon.